Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can choose foods for your weight loss diet and they keep you the most full to give you the most chance of success. Now, if you're new here, my name is Shannon from Shannon Billows Fitness, and I'm here to make weight loss as easy and as simple as possible. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see future videos just like this. Now, we've all been there. We've been a week, a month, maybe even 6 months into a diet, but inevitably it gets to a point where it's just unsustainable and the hunger just takes over and we end up completely destroying the kitchen and eating everything in sight. Now, whether you're new or you've been doing this for a long time, this video is still going to be useful for you. We're going to talk about the most satiating foods, the least satiating foods, and how you can apply it within your day to get the best possible results. So in 1995, there was a study that was done on different food types and how full they make us feel after eating them. So within the study, white bread was our baseline at 100% satiety. The reason that this was done is that we can now judge what foods are more satiating than white bread and what foods are less satiating than white bread. So if a food scored above 100 points, then that food was classified as keeping you more full compared to white bread. If the food received less than 100 points, it was less satiating than white bread. What I'm going to do is take you through the top 10 most satiating foods that they found within the study. So the number one satiating food, which you can include in your diet today, was boiled potatoes at 323%. Yes, now I know what you're probably thinking. White potato, it's bad for you, it's evil, it's carbs. It's actually quite healthy, full of micronutrition. It's actually relatively low calories, and it does keep you very full. Number two was white fish at 225%. Porridge and or oats was at 209%. Oranges was measured at 202%. Apples were measured at 197%. Brown pasta was measured at 188%. Beef was measured at 176%. Baked beans were measured at 168%. Grapes were measured at 162%. Wholemeal bread was measured at 157%. Now, the foods that the study measured are everyday foods that most people would have within their home or they would consume within the week. So the foods that scored below the 100%, going from the worst, the least satiating food, was croissants at 47%, cake at 65%, peanuts at 84%, yogurt at 88%, crisps or chips at 91%, and ice cream at 96%. Now, you'll notice that a lot of these foods that are the most satiating, which will keep you the most full, have a lot of things in common. So they're quite high in protein, they're quite high in fiber, they're all single ingredient foods, so none of them are really processed foods, and they take up a lot of space within your stomach. And they tend to be quite low in calories, surprisingly. And if you look at the least satiating foods, you'll see a common trend with those as well. They are mostly highly processed foods. They tend to be quite high in calories, not much protein, and not much fiber. So how can you use this list to your advantage? So the first takeaway is we should try and aim for whole foods when possible. So if you're eating on average 2, 3, or 4 meals per day, you should try and make most of those whole foods and then keep a reserve of about 10 to 20% of your calories for treats, things like chocolates, lollies, and ice cream. Aim for a bit of variety within your diet. Don't eat the exact same thing day in, day out like a professional bodybuilder would. We want you to be able to continue getting results for the long term, and if you're too strict with your nutrition, it can send you off the other side into an uncontrollable binge. And then thirdly, just know that there is no right or wrong foods for dieting. It's just going to come down to what is suitable to you at that time in your life. Then you can weigh up what foods are worth putting into your calories for that day. Is it the day where you are a little bit more hungry than usual? Try and aim for more satiating foods. Or if it's a day that you have very little hunger and you just haven't been eating much that day, you can put a bit more of your calories towards eating slightly more delicious, tasty, high calorie foods. Now, there's also a few other factors that you have to take into consideration, such as how low are your calories relative to your maintenance, how much activity that you're doing, and just your food environment. What kind of foods do you consistently have within your house? So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, make sure you give this video a quick like. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.